You know, it just wouldn't be right of me as a former trauma therapist to acknowledge the space that we're in right now and the heaviness that comes with it. It is so abhorrent, all of the things that we are taking in right now as it relates to this national case involving the violation of many women and men, the cover up of the cover up. We've been inundated with photos, depositions, testimonies, files, redacted, some now unredacted, and it is not getting clearer. It's not getting closer to resolution. We're right in the thick of it all, the chaos, the dark place. And I want to normalize the effects of it upon us. As someone who has sat with many of women mostly, and believe it or not, some men who have been victims/survivors, I can tell you firsthand the effects of being assaulted, violated. Even though that wasn't my experience, I could feel it. I bear witness to it for over 20 years, from working with women, men, children in foster care. And I can tell you that it grieves me. It grieved me to sit in those spaces, to hear those stories. And what I bear witness to was something that was dark, a place that was cold, lonely, a place that was scary, where people didn't feel validated. They didn't feel believed. They weren't comfortable in their bodies. Their bodies were rejecting the thought of it. These individuals had nightmares. These individuals oftentimes didn't want to be here. It was a struggle of looking at myself. Can't look at yourself in the mirror without thinking about the thing, without feeling disgusted, without feeling less than. It's tying yourself to this memory that starts to define your whole entire life. I bear witness to that, and I can tell you there's no greater strength that I have seen in a person that has had to overcome and heal through that. And right now, I am holding space in my heart, in my thoughts, and in my prayers for all victims and survivors, because I know that what we are experiencing and being inundated with all this information is doing nothing but re-traumatizing those individuals who have, to some degree, achieved some level of healing. And I say healing versus healed because it is not a final thing. There is not a period. There's not a healed. I've made it. I'm here. It's done. It is an ongoing thing. And I might imagine that someone who has had that negative traumatic experience is being re-traumatized, and perhaps this is sort of a next level, another layer of the healing. Having to sit with this, having to see more victims come out, hearing these stories. For some, it may be validating of their experience. For some, it may make them feel seen. And for some, it just brings it all up all over again and sends you back to that place that you worked so hard to get away from. So I'm holding space in my heart, in my thoughts and prayers. I prayed this morning for every survivor. And I say survivor/victim. I use it interchangeably because I don't know how people are viewing themselves. Some people view them as victims. I respect it. Some people choose to say I'm a survivor. I respect that also. No matter your experience, just know my heart is with you. And I'm sorry that it happened. And now I'm now sorry that you have to see all of this. And for those of us who this was not our story, this was not our experience, we didn't live through the trauma, we are still experiencing secondary trauma. And that can take on its own feelings and toll on us emotionally. Where you're feeling the grief, you're feeling the outrage, you're feeling the anger, you feel the disgust, hearing these stories, reading these files, and seeing these things. And that doesn't make you weak. That makes you human. That makes you someone who has a beating heart that cares. And we don't want to lose that part of ourselves. But we also need to take care of ourselves. So I'm going to encourage all of you, no matter where you sit or stand in this situation, that you assess your capacity. Pace yourself with the information. Take in only what you can handle. Don't go down that rabbit hole if you're not ready for it. That is okay. Find the joy in your life. Because even in this dark hell of what we are experiencing in this country, there's still the peace that surpasses all understanding that God freely gives to us every day. And you have rights and you have the permission to sit in that. Find that. Find that peace. Find your joy. Find your calm. Find your quiet. Do what you need to do to take care of you. If you are needing help and you do not have a therapist, find one. You don't have to go through this alone. All right?